so far.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hood's checked in. The drive.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Out to the right wing. Nato covered by Irving. Pass to Hood. Clock at 6. Steps back and fires. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And guys, as many rookies do, Rodney Hood hit some major bumps in the road last season. I mean, he came in with the reputation of having an NBA-ready jumper, yet only hit 41% of his shots. He had that foot injury that kept him out for a string of games. However, it really all came together for him in April, the last month of the season.
Irving. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Nato plays it up and banks it in. And the Jazz lead by 11. And getting back to Hood, over the last 7 outings of the season, he put up 20-plus points a game. He also, Clark, raised his shooting percentage to 45% from the field, 91% from the free throw line. Pretty impressive numbers.
Well, he was drafted to be a scorer, Kevin, and you're right, very impressive. If he can do that consistently, that'd be nice value for the 23rd pick.
Favors with the screen. Here's Hood. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Burks. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Outside Irving. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz leading by 10. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now the feed to Burks. Nato. And again it's Utah.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Mozgov, guys, was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Mozgov was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
No good on that one. Mozgov and Blatt with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part of taking home a bronze medal. Remember, Clark, back in 2012 with Blatt?
Yeah, exactly. In Russia, and now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player.
Now here's Hayward. 8 points for him. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, there are those who wonder if Gordon Hayward can lead a team to the promised land. However, as just a sophomore, he led a non-powerhouse college to a championship game. So, in fact, they were just 1 basket away from winning it all.
Going back to Hayward, he took that buzzer-beating half-court shot, Clark, that would have won his school the championship. You actually called that game, and it did hit the backboard and rim, but unfortunately did not go in.
Well, Hayward's the kind of guy who's willing to put his team on his back and try to carry him. He's willing to take that responsibility on. Whether he can deliver at the highest level, time will tell.
A minute 50 left now here in the second. Burke kicks to Withy. Exum with it, working on Allen. There's the screen. Burke can't get it to go.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Here's Varejao. No one near James as he lets it go. Good on the triple. James has got 5 now.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Exum dishes to Withy, and it's blocked. Outside Williams, lets it fly. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Now, here's Exum. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot. I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
Cleveland with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. The drive by James sinks that one from the post. James has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this scene.
Now here's Burke. Hayward outside. Feeds to Burke. Beyond the arc. Shot misses. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Jazz out in front. They lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Gordon Hayward wasting no time getting hot. He had 10 points and 2 steals. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint. Those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. 3rd quarter starting here now. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Utah leading by 3. Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs
Right.
if they were in the East.
So on the floor for Utah. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Put out there with Burke, and it's Gobert in at center. Mozgov, he's checked in for Anderson Varejao. Just 5 on the clock. Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert's got the first points of the 3rd quarter up on the board for the Jazz.
And, you know, for the Jazz, you mentioned their post-All-Star break surge. I mean, that 19-10 record they had after the break was good enough for 6th best in the league.
Now Burke, pass to Hood. Gobert, the screen. 5 to shoot. Takes a shot at the elbow. Shot is off. Williams with the defensive effort.
And really, the Jazz were a team nobody wanted to play after the break. They were over 500 against the rest of the West and had some big wins over playoff teams in the process. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. That one misses for Favors. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
The Jazz have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Burke, the pass to Favors. Hayward against Allen. Gobert, the screen. Hayward from outside. The rebound by Kevin Love. Cleveland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, and nailed 5 of them. And LeBron throws it down.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really, all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Irving's checked in. The Cavaliers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
And so it's Cleveland with it after the basket by Utah. A shot by LeBron, no good.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
Favors with the screen. High post, Gobert. Now here's Burks. Not a lot of room. And Utah again with the bucket. As Greg was talking about, Clark, back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strength, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that.
Nice shot by Gobert.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man. And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Jazz leading by 5. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Cleveland's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Exum. 1:57 left to play here in the third. Floats one up, and he sinks the layup. Exum's got 6.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Here's Dellavedova. The screen from Thompson. Smith for 3. Cleveland the rebound. A second chance effort. Thompson misses.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Varejão's shot is good.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside. And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a